Folks, after a long time, I'm publishing a video in English, but this is an extremely important video. If you understand this video, your life will change. I'm not saying this lightly. It's a very, very serious thing. If the world or humanity watches this video and understand what I'm talking about, there won't be any war. There will be peace in the world. And this is the only way the catastrophic event that everybody is forecasting in this decade or the end of the decade can be avoided. So please listen to me very carefully. The reason why I thought of publishing this video is because of some comments I received for an earlier video called Turiya State, How to Be in That State. There I talked about my seventh chakra opening and all my spiritual experiences that I received unsought. But the folks, especially various branches of Hindu religion, Hindu philosophy rather, they commented that there is something more than that. There is something called Turiyata state, and there are several more states, and you have not reached it, and so on, so on. It was my mistake to call the seventh chakra opening as a Turiya state. I thought there is no other state beyond Turiya state, but looks like people have imagined a lot of stuff. And commenting, you have not reached anything. You feel very sad for you. All your claim is incorrect. So I want to publish this video. This video is not only for Hindu religious people, it's for every religion. Let me explain what is seventh chakra opening. It's the same as the seventh seal mentioned in the Bible. It is said that for the Christ to come, the seventh trumpet should be blowing, should be sounding. But folks have forgotten what is its real meaning. A lot of folks in Hindu philosophy who read various things like Advaita, and teach, they don't recognize chakras in the body. Neither I. When I experienced the seventh chakra opening, I have never done any yogasanas, any dhyana, meditation. I didn't even know what is seventh chakra. I didn't even know there are 6 chakras below. Sixth chakra is called the opening of a third eye, and so on, so on. Just so happened when I was 31 years old, something at this point opened. Not on the body, obviously, inside. That happened after a unique, very, very, very unique event. And that is, there was an extremely fast rotation in the anti-clockwise direction. This is exactly what Sudarshana Chakra the wheel rotates in the anti-clockwise direction. At that time, I didn't know anything about it. In fact, I rejected everything that I know about God and sat in a dark room saying that if there is any God at all, that should come and teach me all about it. After several days, one night, and this happened. It was completely, my body was totally numb. I didn't even know about my body. At the top of my head, it was very cold, extremely cold. And then I forgot all about it. And suddenly this rotation took place. Extremely fast rotation. And immediately I woke up. And the process didn't even give me a chance to think. The next thing that happened was something opened it here, and the golden light entered into my body, and it completely went through my body and cleaned in each and every cell of my body and gave me an extreme joy. And I have explained that experience in one of my videos. You can go and watch it. I don't have time to talk about it in this video. What is important is that this has never been reported in the history of humanity, as I know at this point. Everybody talks about raising the Kundalini from the base chakra, first chakra upwards. They go all the way up to sixth chakra. They say that they open the third eye, which is here, sixth chakra, the mind chakra. And then beyond that, some people go. And this seventh chakra opening is completely closed by the human mind, by dark cloud. People cannot go beyond that. If you raise your Kundalini to sixth chakra here, third eye, still you cannot go beyond that dark cloud which is hiding the seventh chakra opening. And if anybody tries to do that, they will die, because that is exactly the opening that people experience during the near-death experience. And people will die by the eye feeling going through that opening. What happened to me was, nothing came from bottom up. It came from top. The golden light came from top and cleaned the whole thing. And at some point, it just stopped. My body was totally, I saw my body totally golden light. And there was a small leaf-like thing oscillating. And a voice said, that is your mind, small part of it is left. And that also vanished. Then I was totally immersed in that golden light. This is the important point, is this is not same as raising the Kundalini and seeing the third eye and opening the third eye. Opening the third eye is not same as opening the seventh chakra. You cannot, no human being can open the seventh chakra by themselves. It has to be opened by a divine energy beyond human mind. When I talked about it in the Turiya state and how to be in that state video, everybody said, this is all your imagination. That's because nobody has experienced opening of the seventh chakra till now. If you go to temples in the South India, Shiva temple or Kartikeya Muruga temple, they will pour 3 kinds of liquid on the top of the idol, Shiva idol or the Kartikeya idol. One is the red one, kumkum liquid. Second one is the chandan liquid. Third one is the milk. These are the 3 divine lights I experienced after opening of the 7th chakra, the divine jyotis. The chandan one is the golden light. In other words, what they are worshipping without knowing what they are doing, when they pour these 3 liquids on top of their idol, is that they want to bring the divinity in that statue. If anyone, any human being can reach that state, same way, one of 3 liquids, the 3 divine jyotis, have to come from outside to inside the body. That is the only way that you can experience the 7th chakra opening. That is the seal, that is the mark of a divine incarnation. Note this very, very carefully. If you note this, if the humanity notes this, the humanity will be saved. But I do not think anybody will, not many people will listen to this video at this point. Having said that, I experienced the divine after opening that. There are several experiences which I never sought. It came to me. By the way, when I was experiencing all these things, I never knew anything about all this divinity. I was not interested in all this. I was basically a computer science professor doing research in computer science and artificial intelligence. But this happened to me, to a person who was never interested in accepting any of the Hindu beliefs or any religious belief. And in that, all the world that they experienced after opening of the 7th chakra is what I call the kingdom of God, or the 3 divine. That is the world in which the 3 divine jyotis are, and that's where those 3 divine jyotis were created. Those 3 divine jyotis are the basis for a human creation. I explained that in my videos very clearly. To realize God, note this very, very carefully. To realize God, you have to reject everything that you know your mind knows about God. Only then, only when your mind is totally empty, you can experience God, which is beyond human mind. If you seek through meditation, yogas, or going to temple, or going to a forest and meditating and receiving diksha from your gurus, all those things are mere mental aspirations. You will only see what your mind can imagine. And that is exactly what lot of rishis, lot of people experienced by opening of the sixth chakra, the third eye. Hindus especially are very, very famous for this. That's where they found their gods like Shiva, Vishnu, and they're all married, having children, etc., etc. Rama, Krishna, Hanuman, all those things are merely visions of the third eye. But if the seventh chakra is open, that's where real divine world is. So if you want to realize God, there is absolutely no point in repeating the philosophy, various philosophy or various things written in your religious book, like Bible, Bhagavad Gita, or Quran, or any Buddhistic teaching, Buddhistic books. You have to reject them all. After doing this, I didn't know what was happening to me and what I was supposed to do. It is around 2018. I thought I should publish my experiences. And I started teaching about unconditional love. I was told that this is the love that Jesus Christ was preaching. But all the religious teachers of the Bible translated that as love towards or have faith in Jesus, and that is really the unconditional love. Love all the Christians, that is the unconditional love. That is not true. You have to love the whole humanity, whole creation, in fact. Whatever I'm talking right now, things like everything is one and the same, everything is divine, everything is equal. People look differently at the body level. They think differently at the mind level. But there is something beyond that, what Jesus called the spirit body, and Hindus called Anma or whatever it is. Whatever they say, Hindus say as Anma is junk. Unless you reject them all, you will never understand what Anma is. Anma, you cannot see it. Because you are that. You are Anma. You cannot see it without an instrument. You cannot see your eye without an instrument. The one which is seeing cannot be seen without an instrument. You have to have a mirror or something. Same way, you cannot see your real self. The only way that you can see yourself is that you are the eternal, timeless divinity. After all these experiences, I started teaching unconditional love. I very clearly told everybody, all my listeners, that you cannot imagine unconditional love, just like you cannot imagine what God is and then realize it. You cannot realize unconditional love by imagining some concept. If you do that, then it is just a thought. But if you reject everything that you know as love, then you yourself without knowing, be the symbol, be the form, the divine form of unconditional love. The unconditional love will flow from you. Every other form of love is attachment. It expects something. When you love your wife or husband, there is something you expect. And if that does not come by, then you hate. The love turns it into its opposite, that is hate. But that unconditional love has no negation. The love that you have your God, dear God, in your religion is not unconditional love towards that one. You are expecting something at that point. You want to see, you want to realize that form. Otherwise you are expecting something from it, and that is not unconditional love. That is love towards a specific thing. Anything conditioned by your mind is not divine love, unconditional love. That unconditional love is the property, is a symbol, is an effect of that golden light. It's also a life principle. I was told that Jesus Christ said, I am the life. And that is exactly it. He is an embodiment of golden light. Not what Christians think, that body. That body, by the way, is not coming again as they are expecting in Jesus Christ's second coming. All other forms of love will give you sometime or other in your life sorrow. And if you reject all those things, all those love that you have, which result in one time or other into sorrow, finally you will become the form of eternal love, divine love, unconditional love. Because at that point, you are not at the mental level, you are at the divine level, in the divine world. What Jesus Christ said, the spirit body, which belongs to the divine world, the kingdom of God. And that is the only way that you can bring peace to the world. However much you try using your weapons or tactical political systems, you will never be able to bring peace. History told you, history taught lessons. World War I and II have taught the lesson. But still you are trying, the world is trying that. All big countries, powerful countries are trying to use weapons to put down other people. You have forgotten that each and every human being is divine incarnation. You have forgotten that. That is your first sin, as it is told in the Bible. And because of that, you have been suffering and you will continue to suffer as long as you have this conditioned love. Conditioned love always has divisive thoughts behind it. I love my countrymen. I love my ethnicity. I love my race. I love my religion. I love my caste, language, so on, so on. throw them all in the dustbin. Meditation is life. Life is your meditation. And life will teach you what is good and what is bad, what gives you sorrow. Reject everything that you are doing that brings difficulty, sorrow. That's because they're all based on conditioned love, conditioned desires. People who watched my Turiya State 7 Chakra opening video said that those who say, no, I know God is not God, is not in that state. Yes, I agree. But those who say that I am God, I am the eternal, is the one who has realized the kingdom of God, the one who is in the kingdom of God, one who has entered the kingdom of God and realized it. And they will never ever worship God, whatever in whatever form. They are beyond all the religious gods. That's why in Hindu philosophy they say, you are that, Tattvamasi. But those who are, they are teaching all this junk as a philosophy, not as a way of life. That is the problem with Hindus. They go to temple and worship. They say, I love God, I love my God. You are just desiring something, you are going there to worship. Get something out of that statue, idol. And that's not God. You are that God, but not the one which is in your mind. The I feeling in your mind is not God. The I feeling in your body is not God. And I have published a video, how to realize the unconditional love in a practical way without invoking any other religious concepts. I will give a link to that in the description box, also in the pinned comment. Watch that. Practice that. Unless you practice unconditional love the way that I am saying, the world will keep going towards catastrophic destruction, out of which nothing will remain. But I will make sure there are some people who understood what I'm teaching, and they will be alive at the time of the destruction that people are talking about at the end of this decade or the beginning of the next decade. I've talked about the 5 major kinds of ignorance that people have, like worshipping their God, worshipping the avatars, worshipping, creating idol and worshipping it, and so on, so on. I will give a link to that also. Unless you remove all these 5 major ignorances, the world will step by step go towards that catastrophic destruction. At the end of that destruction, there will be a change in the direction of this world. There will be Yuga of unconditional love. All those people who have been hindering the dawn of the unconditional love in this world will be dead by that time. You will watch. Most of you will be alive. So folks, that's what I want to talk to you. Stop criticizing me, my seven chakra opening experiences, as saying just see mere mental lucid dreaming. Carefully watch what I've been saying and find peace in yourself and also in the whole world. That's what I want to talk to you. I'll talk to you soon in another video.